What's up, guys, and welcome to your Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum update. We're going to take a look at the broader picture today. We're going to also be zooming into the shorter time frame, so definitely stick around for the whole video. Is this like 2013 and it's just a dip before the massive bull run, or is that just pure speculation? We're going to talk about that. Definitely stick around for the whole video, and don't forget we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, smash that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 500 likes on here, so take a second out, hit that like button, and leave your comments below. Also share the video if you would. That really helps the channel out, and I do greatly appreciate that. So let's take a look back here. This is the macro, obviously, in the log chart. We've been watching this for a while. We did get our pi cycle top over here. But let's take a look back at 2013. I'm not necessarily in the camp that believes this is like 2013, but I am going to take a look at it. You should always take a look at both sides, the bullish and the bearish case, especially if you are trading in this market. But let's take a look here from the top to the swing low. Let's zoom in so you can see it. To the swing low down here was about 83%. So if it's like 2013, are we going to see an 80% correction before we get our next big move up? If so, where will that be? Definitely stick around. We're going to talk about that. But let's look at where we're at now. As you can see, and we're going to focus on the EMAs today because I think that's really important and not enough people look at them. If you want to check out my EMA strategy, I'll leave a tutorial up top. Also, if you want to know which ones I use, it's the 8, the 13, the 21, the 55, and the 200. They're extremely helpful. I'm not a fan of the EMA ribbons or none of that. Use your own EMAs. That is how I feel about it. But anyways, so you can see what happened here. We had this big correction. It was a lot faster than the one we're seeing now, but the price was a lot smaller, so it takes a lot more to move the price now. But you can see what happened after that. Could we see that this time? It is possible, definitely possible. I'm not in that camp as of yet. We will take a look at some confirmation areas also. We're going to take a look at the Wyckoff distribution schematic, which I believe we are in redistribution now. We'll also take a look at that Elliott wave count I have and see what our possibilities may be. So anyways, like I said, we had a 83% correction here. And one more thing I want to point out is these parabolic arcs that signified the top. Now I know everybody thinks there is going to be a blow off top. I just want to let you guys know nothing's guaranteed in the market. Nobody really knows exactly where this is going. So if they're telling you what they do, be careful with that, guys. And I know a lot of people are mad at the bulls for talking them into buying at the top and mad at the bears for, you know, it goes both ways. The bottom line is it's your decision. You're the one that hits buy, you're the one that hits sell, you're the one that hits trade. We are on here giving you our ideas, so the only person you have to blame is yourself. If you bought the top and you listened to somebody that was bullish because they believed you know, that was going to go higher, so you bought, but that's your problem. You need to do your own due diligence. All right, enough of that. But anyways, you can see I drew in here these parabolic arcs, and when we broke that, signaled a bear market. Same thing over here, signaled the bear market. Have we broke this one? As you guys know, I've talked about this quite a bit. We did break down, and it was pretty obvious. Now, if this ends up like 2013, could this arc be more placed over here like this, and we do get that one more big push up to possibly the 77,000 or even that $300,000 Bitcoin that people are talking about? That is a possibility. I'm not convinced at all. I do believe that this arc played out pretty damn good, and I think that's where we're at. And if we look at an 83% correction, if it's like 2013, like a lot of people are saying, then where does that bring us? That gets us down to about $11,300 range. not necessary, but it is definitely possible. We'll take a look at some other possibilities. I also have been eyeing this 9,400 area. I think that is a very significant area. I know a lot of people think never below 10,000 again. I'm pretty confident that we will see below 10,000 next year at some point, but that's just my opinion. Now let's take a look at my charts from the last few days. We did hit our target of this 31.9. We actually went lower. We went down to around the 31.1, and as of right now, you can see we're getting rejected on this high volume node on the VPVR. Yesterday I drew this up here and said if we got in this area would be a good short area. We didn't even quite get in there, but we did almost hit that 200 EMA that we talked about. Now I'm going to switch this around a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I'm thinking now. This could be more like, and this is the shorter term, but this could be more like something like this. Get this, even these out, and I do this live so you guys can see when I do change things around. So this is what I'm looking at now. Possibly we're gonna go off these wicks. I know a lot of people like to use candle bodies. I am a fan of the wicks, not the candle bodies. So let's get this out of here. We know we hit that target, and where would this come down to? Somewhere around this 36.4 range. Now once we get in here, I think we need to watch carefully, because if we break this bottom trend line, then we have some lower targets, and let's take a look at what that could possibly be. We have our first one here at the 22.7. that was from the other triangle. I'm going to go ahead and put that, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. That is one of our targets if we break below this 31.6 area. Now let's take a measured move of this. If this happens to be like almost a symmetrical triangle, let's take a measured move of that. And if we did break down, where could that lead? And again, guys, pure speculation, but I know I got laughed at a lot when I was saying that 64,000 was the top area. If you watched my video back from March, I talked about the Wyckoff distribution and drew the line, and it played out beautifully. But anyways, let's see here. Let's clone this, and we'll put it down to this other target and see where that gets us. Let's clone this one. That gets us all the way down to around the $18,000 to $19,000 range. Is that a possibility? It's definitely a possibility. Is it guaranteed? Nothing's guaranteed in the markets. We're going to get this off of here now too. So what happens if we get a bounce off of this? Now we'll take a look at the bullish case from here. So if we get a bounce off here, we most likely come up and retest this 38,200 range, which again would be that high volume node. And if we broke up from there, where could we be headed? Let's take a look. That would be somewhere around, and this is the bullish case. That would be somewhere in this area. And depending on if, when, and where it breaks that top trend line, could be going up to retest the 50 to 51,000 area. So that's what I'm looking at here in the shorter term. If you guys are interested in trading where you can make money, whether Bitcoin goes up or down, definitely check out Prime XBT, my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can trade Bitcoin, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all kinds of stuff from one exchange, so you're not switching back and forth. Also, I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. You can also do copy trading, where you copy other traders' trades. Definitely check it out. I explain it all in the video. You can use my link down below that will get you an extra $200, but by using my promo code SAVVY50, that'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you'll get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your trading fees. All right, so this is that Wyckoff distribution that I drew right back here. I put an arrow when I made that video. We were calling this back in towards the end, mid to end of March, and we drew this blue line in here. It has played out beautifully. Now, I do believe, if you guys watched yesterday's video, I talked about, let me zoom in here, how the daily would close. We closed with a higher high on the RSI, a lower high on the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence. Hidden divergence follows the trend, and the trend is down. So I do believe we probably have further down to go here. This 29 area is going to be a pretty tough to break, I think, but once it does, if that becomes our resistance, as you can see over here, that would definitely tell me that we have much further down to go. Now let's take a look at the redistribution. And I talked about possibly, since we got down here, that we could be in here for a few weeks. I still believe that. And let's take a look at what the redistribution looks like. As you can see, here was our top up here, right there. And then we come down. I believe this is the redistribution phase. We have one more push down to come. How low? We'll see. Let's take a look at one more thing. I showed you this yesterday. Could we be in the anxiety stage here, or are we going to be in the complacency? It seems like complacency because everybody still thinks we have much higher to go. So check out the market cheat sheet if you never have seen it. And let's take a look at the Elliott wave count. Now this one's interesting because this tells us we could be seeing a bounce around the 23 to 24 if this plays out as the Elliott wave theory. We have wave 1 here, wave 2, wave 3. Now if we come up and pass the 41.7 before coming down to these lower this lower target, that would invalidate this Elliott wave count. But if this does play out like this, this would be wave 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cannot go up past wave 1 in Elliott wave theory. And then somewhere in this range, 23, 24,000 to come up. Now this would be a good time to exit if this is the case. We may not get this. We may just get the redistribution and just continue on down. But if, as you can see here, this was an ABC correction in 2. And usually when you have a simple ABC correction in 2, then 4 will be more complex, which usually ends up being a triangle or something like that. And then come down here and the B wave, we have 5 waves down for A. B wave would be something like this, 3 waves up, and then we would have 5 more waves down for C, and that is where I was talking about we could see under 10,000. No guarantees, obviously, but that's what I'm looking at. And let's take a look at this. I threw the fibs on here. We've had this chart up forever also. I won't go into the Elliott wave count, but we threw the fibs on here. 41.6 is going to be a good area to watch for resistance or rejection if we even get that high. Another break below the 34.3, and if this becomes resistance once we break through, then we'd be looking for that 25 to 27 range, which is the golden pocket, which is the 0.5 and 0.618 fib. And then we have that 16.9, which is the 0.786. As I stated, looking at the EMAs here, the EMAs are looking really, really, really scary on the daily. If we're not able to turn these around, guys, that's going to get pretty bad. We've had the 8 cross the 200. We've had the 13 cross the 200 right now, and 21 would be next. Let's see what happens there. Also, I wanted to, before I go into Litecoin, another thing, BYBIT, they are doing a $2,600 bonus once you make a deposit. Definitely check it out. I'm at that link below also, and by using my link you can get that $2,600. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a tutorial up top on that. And let's take a look at the EMAs. We looked at let's take a look at where we're at here on the hourly. As you can see, we are getting rejection right now. These are trying to turn over. If we can get back above this 37.8 range and get support there, we could be coming up to retest this trend line at 39.5. If that breaks, then we could be going much higher. Where are we at? I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll keep an eye on it. Also, if you guys haven't checked out the free Discord, there's a link to that below also. Definitely check it out. It's a great community, great group of people in there, a lot of helpful people. discussing trades and charts and everything else. So if you want to learn charting, that's a great place to hang out. Let's look at the 4-hour EMAs. The 4-hour, it's trying to get back up here. Again, we're gonna have around the 38.1 to 38.5. We're gonna have some heavy resistance there. If we do get rejected, I think we come back down to these lower areas. So right now we're just, the EMAs are all scrunched up, the 8, the 13, and the 21 right here. I think we're most likely going to come back down to this range, guys. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin, same thing. I'm looking for somewhere in the $77 range. The Litecoin did the same thing with the daily close. We made higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence, continuation of the trend. Our 8, 21, and 13 crossed our 55 here. We opened and closed a candle after. That's bad news for Litecoin. Ethereum, still looking for the $1,100 to $1,200 Ethereum. Our 8 has crossed our 21. Now, if this can push up past all this and get it open and close above this 29 again on the daily, that would invalidate this. But if you look at the price action, we made lower lows or lower highs in the price, higher highs in the RSI. Same thing as Litecoin and Ethereum. I mean, Litecoin and Bitcoin. But anyways, this is the area I'm looking at here. I do think we are going to break this 200 EMA at around 1830. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely check out my wife's webpage. That link is also below. A lot of cool stuff down there. A lot of cool gift ideas, shirts, hats, whatnot. This is one of them. It's quality stuff. It doesn't come off, it doesn't fade, doesn't crack. None of that. Definitely check it out. Like I said, that also helps support the channel. And if you guys would, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash that like. Remember, we're trying for 500 likes, so make sure you take a second out and do that. And leave your comment. Let me know what you think Bitcoin's doing. I'm real curious to see what everybody has to say about it. Thanks again. Happy trading. Have a great day, and I will see you later.